Hi, kitty cats. It is Thanksgiving week here in the United States. And even though the world sort of seems to be hurtling into hell with a handbasket, I don't know what else I want to put there. Even though the world seems to be hurtling into hell, I still think, we can be thankful. There's still plenty of things to be thankful about. So today, I just want to talk about what personally I am thankful for this week. And then we're going to hop back into, of course, our wonderful game, Super Lesbian Animal RPG. So I think it's going to be a funny show tonight. I hope you will stick around and check it out and find out. Let me do some opening plugs here. So I am Dr. Amethysta Herrick. I am both an author and a podcaster. And I discuss identity and gender from a scientific standpoint. No joke. So you can find more information about me and the work that I do at my website down below. That is purplepawclan.com. You can see the URL right down there. If you go to that website, you can find, first of all of the social media networks that I'm on, but you can also read the articles that I've written, view the podcasts that I do, all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of good stuff. If you want to support my work, you can get a subscription on the website for as little as $5 a month. I'm trying to turn down my mic here, but you can get a subscription for as low as $5 a month, and that supports me financially. But you can even just sign up for my free email newsletter, keep aware of everything that I'm up to, including, where I'm going with my hypnotism practice, which is ramping up, and it's a lot of good fun. So if you wanted hypnosis, come talk to me about that. And once again, you can reach me through the website. I'm also open to publishing original content about identity and gender, and if you want to contribute your content, then once again, email me. There's a contact page at the website, which, once again, is purplepawclan.com. So, let me see. What do we got here? I got, so I see Angela. Hello, Angela. Good to see you. I see Margie. Hi, good to see you. And Bo. There's Bo. My wife, Rita. There you go. Or my wife, Ildiko. What the hell? Shakespeare, good to see you. Paper Bag Princess. Okay, well, we're going to get to that for sure. And then I also see I don't know how exactly to say it. But Danny. So I see Daniela, 23 perhaps. Hi, how are you doing? All right, here's my introduction. So this week, it's Thanksgiving. Obviously in the United States. If you're not in the United States, maybe you don't care. But if you're here in the United States, you might be thinking about what you have to be thankful for. And if you're not in the United States, actually, maybe you're thinking that's exactly what you have to be thankful for, because it's getting a little bit weird over here. Hello, RUI267. It sounds like a Star Wars droid. Hi. Hello. So even though this year, because I won't sugarcoat this, even though this year has been tough, truly, no matter how you look at it, I do believe there's always something for which we can be thankful. And so tonight what I wanted to do was talk about the things for which I personally am thankful. And I hope you'll add yours as we go along. I see Margie has already talked about Paper Bag Princess, a local vintage clothing store. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let me pop it up. Just because I love to do it. Look at this. Margie got a lacy blue top and a scarf for free. And some hugs. Hopefully the hugs were free too. Not sure. So tonight I want to talk about the things that I'm thankful for, and I hope that you'll add yours. And then, of course, we'll jump back into Super Lesbian Animal RPG. And when we started this, we met Melody. That's our main character. And then Allison, her girlfriend, they got kind of zapped with magic, kind of fun. So we're all getting ready to go out with the Adventurers Guild and, do all the things. I don't really know what all the things are, but we're going to do it. Let me check some comments here really fast. Let's see. So Shakespeare says, ooh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. After 376 days of homelessness. More than a year? Wow. Oh, my gosh. For the past 2 weeks, Shakespeare's been living at their own pace with a Housing First initiative. There you go. Also won a court battle against your abuser. Oh my gosh, getting a settlement. That is great. Yeah, one more thing here. So getting all the wins after hitting quite the rock bottom, after experiencing violent discrimination. That's awful. I'm so sorry, Shakespeare, and I'm glad that things have improved. That's important. I'm going to see, where's that other page? Here it is. Oh, don't have anything. All right, so let me start talking about some of the things that I'm thankful for. And actually, to go back to what Shakespeare was saying, well, I suppose I could clean that up. I am thankful, first of all, just that I have food and housing. I mean, I don't care who you are. It is not a political statement to say the prices have gone up, because prices have gone up. And it affects, like, my household just as much as anybody else in the US. So I did, you know, especially when we look at somebody like Shakespeare, you know, who's now finally starting to get some of this stuff. It's great. Margie even saying she was homeless, not nearly for a year, but homeless. And this is great. I mean, Shakespeare says we just got to keep fighting because our joy is worth a struggle. Yeah, yeah. I want to call out in particular, you know, that I'm thankful that at the very least we have yet to be squeezed out by, you know, all the political infighting that we see going on. It's all over the place. We can't seem to escape, you know, all of this political infighting. So that's my one big thing. I want to call out I am thankful that I have food, that I have housing, you know, and at least at this point we have yet to be affected hugely by this political bunch of ridiculousness. Oh my gosh! See, here's something else Shakespeare says. Thankful never to sleep in their car again. They have food, disability support. It's been a lot to adjust to. No longer needing to just survive. That is amazing. I will tell you, I have been, you know, I've lived in a car, lived in my car. When I didn't have a home, it was only for 4 months. I mean, I'm going to say only for 4 months, and it was really awful. I mean, for what it's worth, I had friends. I actually had a chemistry lab that I would sleep in some nights if it was really cold. And really cold in San Diego is, you know, like 65 degrees. I don't know. That's freedom units. I don't know what that is in centigrade off the top of my head. Anyway, so I'm so glad that all of us here, you know, that I'm seeing at least in the comments that we have the ability, you know, to be in a place that's going to keep us safe. So speaking of all of that political infighting, because woo, speaking of all that political infighting, oh, no, it didn't. I'm also, we are seeing, and I've talked about this on live streams before, we are seeing a whole lot of cracks, right, in the way that the U.S. government works. A whole lot of cracks that are going. Thank you. Margie says 65 Fahrenheit's about 18 C. Thank you. I mean, I guess is it 18? Because 75 is 25. Anyway, about 20 C, right? That's cold, you know, in San Diego. So we're seeing a lot of cracks happening in the way just the United States government works, and I think we're actually seeing this partly globally. You know, the way our government has worked is not just affecting, you know, what's going on in the country, it's going outside as well. I don't think this is just MAGA. You know, we're definitely seeing some cracks in MAGA. It's not just the Republicans. It is the entire government. Absolutely the entire government, from the judicial branch, the Supreme Court, the executive branch, all the crazy things we're doing there with healthcare, like the Health and Human Services Department, the legislative branch, you know, all of this is looking pretty kind of wacky right about now. And we are figuring out that politicians, the ones who are profiting from this, are the politicians. They are being shown to profit from this status quo, even when they don't claim to support it. I mean, geez, it's been hard for them just to figure out, you know what, maybe we shouldn't be able to do insider trading. Yeah, that sounds like maybe a good idea. What? Yes. Ridiculous. there are so obviously distinct classes here. There is the elite class worth, of the people who are running the show, and then there's like us. So really sucks. So I want to say flat out on that one, I am thankful that we are likely witnessing one of the last administrations that will get away with all that they have for as long as they did. Because I think we've now seen it, and we're starting to go, hey, that doesn't seem right. As we should have this whole time. But what are they getting away with? Here's what we're getting away with. We are also seeing how the rich, how do I want to put it, highly favored by the government? How about run the show? I think it was kind of buried before, but if nothing else, this budget bill, the big Buford bill, the Wynona's Big Beautiful Beaver bill, this budget really showed it. With all of the things. In fact, the much of this year, even going into November here, it was kind of buried before. We could see, it seemed like it was kind of buried, kinda. But now we're seeing it flat out, and there are a lot of people who are starting to wonder why you've got people like a Jeff Bezos or a Mark Zuckerberg, and these are people who have a ton of cash. Yes, Wynona's Big Beautiful Beaver bill it's like it was either a piece of legislation or it was a Primus song. I'm not sure which it was. Maybe Primus wrote the song about the bill. I'm a little unsure. I get confused easily. So, but people are starting to wonder why you have somebody like a Jeff Bezos or a Mark Zuckerberg who just have tons of cash and are like throwing this around left and right. I might point out Donald Trump as well, but those two in particular, Amazon and Meta, offer crap for health benefits. Awful health benefits. In fact, they usually don't pay enough money that now you've got people, many of these employees, who have to use SNAP just to feed their families. These are people working who don't make enough money because they don't get paid enough money. They have to use SNAP to feed their families. Then, of course, as we went into November, you may recall, there were not SNAP benefits. So now we have people working for Amazon and Meta who are struggling to feed their families while Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg are, I don't even know, being blasted out into space. I'm not really sure. They're going to Mars. They're teleporting to the Enterprise. Who the hell even knows? And worse, you also have Amazon and Meta literally laying off thousands of people. I believe Amazon was in the tens of thousands of people. So anyway, we can go. we can say this. So here we go. Margie says, Primus also saying, here come the bastards. Oh, they definitely know the score. And this is, I think, exactly what I'm talking about with Wynona's Big Beaver bill. I personally, at this point, am very thankful, oh so thankful, that the inequity that has been inherent in how these companies run and have run, and that this inequity is becoming more transparent. There are so many things that I think we've learned this year about how our government works and who profits by it, that even though it's been really difficult to watch, because we are at least learning a ton, and I think that's great. All right, that was external. That was all external. I did talk about a house, but here's the other things I'm thankful for. Actually, if you have a comment about politics and how you're what you're thankful going on with politics, I'd love to see it. So go ahead and drop it in the comments there. If I look more internally, if I look more, at least in my, my local circle here, if I look at my circle, I have a ton of really good people in my life. I want to call out every single one of you watching now. I want to call out everybody who may be watching or who may watch it after the fact. so many people who may not comment, but you like and you subscribe and you share and whatever. Even if I don't know your name specifically, there are so many people who support me, and I don't even want to say monetarily. I have so much emotional support. I'm gonna get emotional just talking about it. I have a ton of emotional support. I have a ton of people who care what I do. And so I am very, very thankful for every person who has read my articles, watched my videos, listened to my podcast, any person who cares about the work that I do. Thank each and every one of you. Thank you, each and every one of you. See, here we go. I'm thankful for you in this lovely little loving community. See, I think that's where I'm going, and I've now given a very generic statement there, but now I want to talk about my friends, the friends that keep me running when my fuel is running low, which happens quite a bit because I still struggle to figure out how to get a work-life balance. I hear that you can get those. I don't think I've ever had one in my life, which makes me a little bit. So I'll start locally first. I have a dear friend named Krista, and I think I've only known her 4 months, 5 months, maybe a little more. 5 months, let's say. And already she's a huge support. I've really, Krista, you're probably not watching, but thank you for being my friend. I have my friends Bill and Angus, and I've known Bill 15 years, I believe. He has listened to me bitch and moan for 15 years. Actually, it's much less bitching and moaning since I transitioned, and so that's great. But Bill has been there for me. Angus has been there for me. So Bill and Angus, thank you so much. I have a much newer friend named Amanda, whom I met sort of through Krista. And so Amanda is I'm so thankful for her. Thank you, Amanda. I don't know. Somebody said lost woke. I'm not even going to pop it up because whatever. Is this implying that being woke is a bad thing? I mean, it's so. I'm going to tell you. I will pop it up. Let's say that this was supposed to be an insult. When I first heard the word woke, I was like, I'm not even sure what the hell this means. Then I found out that really what it means is that you've woken up to the idea that there might be people who are less fortunate than you. And I went, well, that seems like the kind of, like, wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want to know that there are things that are inequitable or things in your, things in your community that could be better? Wouldn't you want to know that? Is it better to be asleep at the wheel and go, I don't know, politicians will take care of it? Because I don't know if you remember the politicians. I already talked about them. The whole thing's falling apart, and that's a good thing. I think I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful for that. So, online, it would be, I would be absolutely remiss of me not to mention Margie Fancy Pants, who is right here. Saying thank you to you, Margie. Obviously, my good friend Morgan. Angela Walker-Scott's also there. Genevieve, who is always there. Other people whom I have not met personally, but have been great friends to me over the past, 6 months, have been Sophia. I met her through my hypnotist training. And then Bryn, who actually reached out to me on LinkedIn. Just was like, hey, I'll watch one of your videos. Let's talk. And I was like, okay. So Bryn, there are so many people online that I have who support me. I just can't even name you all. So I'm very thankful for all of the friends who love and support me and who have loved and supported me over the years. So thank you to all of you. Here we go. So Angela says she enjoys our discussions and the interactions. Yeah, related to the transgender community. Do you know, Angela says she doesn't know any transgender people locally nowadays. I know really few. Like, I had to drive somewhere to meet somebody who's transgender. I don't know many people. Hackerman asks male or female. So at this point, I have not. I don't have any. I don't have any parts. So there's no gametes being made here. Let's see. So these are all the people that I have. So I've now mentioned all of these people. Um, Now I want to go even a little bit more, a little closer. So my immediate family. Actually, before I do this, because then I will end up crying. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But it's 5:20, so I'll go ahead and I'll do my station identification, FCC mandated. It's not because I'm not on public airwaves, but I do like to say that. So I'm Dr. Amethysta Herrick. I like to talk about identity and gender, and one of the things I'm talking about tonight is what the things the things that I have to be thankful for here in 2025. So let's see. What do we got? So Shakespeare says, "Oh my gosh, that's right. I forgot you're in Minnesota. Totally forgot that you're in Minnesota." So Shakespeare says they love their local communities living in Minnesota. We have one of, if not the largest trans population in the world. I don't think I knew that. Wow, that's pretty cool. And look at this. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were going to talk about this, Shakespeare, that there's a queer focused community center. I don't know if we ever actually had a conversation about that, but that's awesome. How amazing is it to have like actual queer focused community centers? Because I don't know, who's out there right now, but it's tough to find resources specifically for the queer community. Just going to say that. In fact, actually, if you've been hearing anything where I've been saying, I'm so glad that I have food, that I have housing, that, I've got people who support me, all of these things, the queer communities, and then even worse, the transgender community struggle to maintain. So this is very important. All right, my immediate family. So these are the people who pick me up whenever I fall over. And unfortunately, I fall over far too often. It's a difficult life being in the queer community. It's a difficult life being transgender. It's difficult. My wife Ildiko obviously has been a huge, huge support. So thank you, honey. My son Ash has been there. Has been there and has supported me in so many ways. So Ash, thank you. I'll also bring up my cat Sapphire. I'm sure some of you have seen like pictures that I'll post of my cat where she's sitting right here in my face, which is, can be a little bit disconcerting if nothing else. And actually, since I transitioned, my sister Laura, because my sister Laura has a transgender daughter, and Laura and I have actually have bonded a lot more over, the past 3 years than I think we've ever done in, 50 years. Let's just say that. So I am very, very thankful that I have the level of support that I do from all of my friends and all of my family. So thank you, all of you. Yeah, Shakespeare, that's true. I'm sorry. I forgot that all of us, everything did happen. And so we did stop talking about that. But yeah, reach back out sometime. It would be awesome to connect back up. And it did just strike me. Yeah, Margie brings up it must have been awful living in your car in the winter in Minnesota. Yeah, woof, that's got to be rough. Yeah, that's got to be awful. So I'm glad that you've gotten that taken care of. Um, so I've got Haru can read. I'm only seeing the handles now. I'm not actually seeing the display names. So hello. I'm glad you've been here for a while, or I'm glad you're back. Thank you so much for being here. I'm also looking at Ella. Hello, Ella. Good to see you. I think it's been a couple of weeks, so I'm glad to see you. Just so you know, we're talking about the things that I think we have to be thankful for. Or how about this? The things that I have to be thankful for here in 2025. All right, now I'm going to go totally and completely, this is not people, this is not environment. I am going to say that I am very, very thankful for gender affirming care. I will just say flat out that gender affirming care has been life saving I don't think that's an exaggeration. If I had not received gender affirming care in 2022, I don't think, well, I might not be here today. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be here. That's not what I meant, because I'd still be working in technology and probably just being miserable. But I might actually not have survived these past 3 years without gender affirming care. I will say, oh, Shakespeare, you going? Okay, see you later. Going to the lesbian soccer bar. Look at this. Hang on, I gotta pop this up. Thankful for transgender night at the gay bar. That's awesome. Let me see. Gender affirming care. I'm not going to mince words here. Gender affirming care has been the single biggest contributor to my mental and physical health in my life, particularly in the year 2025, because it took me a couple of years for everything really to settle out, everything to kind of come together and gel. It's been the single biggest contributor to my mental and physical health ever. Anybody who would believe that gender affirming care is bad or harmful needs to talk to somebody who's incapable of receiving it. Just gonna say that flat out. You need to talk to somebody who hasn't gotten it, and then you'll know getting that is not bad nor harmful. Let me look at some of these comments here. So here we go. Angela says that when she transitioned, she lost her small family. Yeah, and then when Andy died, so she doesn't she's not hearing from the family when Andy died as well, and it's just her and her teddy bears, and us, Angela. I know that's cold comfort. Certainly, if it's -15, howling outside the window, we are here. Here we go. So I do like. So Margie gave me a little bit of a reframe here. Informed consent, gender affirming care. Oh, so agree. Because if I had not had informed consent, gender affirming, I guess I should probably let me actually define what that means. So informed consent means that as long as you are informed of the issues that can happen while you're taking gender affirming, while you're getting some sort of medical care, if you're old enough, you can consent, saying, "I understand the ramifications of what I'm about to do. I'm an adult, and I'm just going to suck it up." Now, of course, one of the side effects of estradiol valerate is feminization, which I'm like, well, that's a side effect, yeah, but I wanted that. So anyway, informed consent is huge, because what that means is that everybody is anybody who's an adult can get that, and that it's common in many states in the United States, but not enough. And so you can see here that Margie says that informed consent allowed her to get the HRT that she needed, and given her an autistic special interest, and that's always fun. Well, I don't know if it's fun, but it's good to have a special interest there. So this is interesting, but Bo says male parts are uncomfortable to ride a bicycle with. Okay, I'll just say it. Because when I got on a bike for the first time, because I bought a bicycle end of 2024, I think, and it was a really lovely purple, of course. Sort of a purple. I don't even remember what kind it is. It was a really good one. I can't think of what it was. Anyway, I really like it. The point is, when I first got on it, I was like, wow, this is really nice. Oh, I'm sorry, after surgery. I was like, wow, this is really great. Who knew? There you go. I like this. Shakespeare signs off saying "Yo asa cat," "Yo asa cat." I think, I forget. Some Hungarian there, so that's kind of fun. Let's see. Look at this. Shakespeare says right here. Yeah, Shakespeare wished they had gender affirming care in 1998 instead of being abused for coming out. Wouldn't that be lovely? Wouldn't it be lovely if people said, "Oh, this doesn't feel comfortable. Let's figure out if there's, something we can do here. Haru, you asked the question. Where is it? Yes. So Haru asks, am I streaming on more than one platform? Quick answer, yes. I'm actually on 4 at the moment. It's going to 4 different things right now. Some of that is just vertical versus horizontal, and then, there are 2 other platforms I'm going here too. So, let's see. Ella says, hope everybody is having a nice holiday week. No doubt. See, I just kind of wanted to... I shouldn't say it like that. I didn't want to have to do anything very cerebral. And so here's why I'm just talking about it, being thankful. So let me see. Let me finish up this last one here. So gender affirming care, I do want to say, so I am oh so thankful that the medical community is what it is today. So that it allowed me to get hormone replacement therapy, get reconstructive surgery that I have gotten, and then finally just to give me the ongoing support that, no shit, continues to improve my life with every dang day. Every day. All right, what else do we have here? Angela brings up the point that almost all of us have. Excuse me. My apologies. That she had to transition no matter what she lost. I think that is such a vital part, or such a common experience in the transgender community. None of us transitions just because we want to. All of us transition because we really have to. And I wish that were more obvious to people today. So Ella says she didn't know that many people to begin with, so she didn't lose anyone but her aunt and grandma. Well, it's still people. So they were nice about it. Okay, good. So you didn't lose them. It sounds like good. Let me see. What do we got? Yeah, see, here we go. So now Margie finally got some mental health diagnoses this morning. Good. I'm glad you said it was this morning. I'm sure it was difficult to receive to get formal diagnoses to be who you are, or of what you've experienced. Yeah, there we go. Difficult to get formal diagnoses of what you've experienced, but of course it's going to be the first step, because this is the way Western medicine works. If we don't have symptoms, you're not going to get any. You're certainly not going to get any attention. So I'm glad that happened, Margie. And here we go. Let's see. So Haru can read. Can you do me a favor? What is your... there was a name that I've been getting, that I've used, a display name that you've used, so that, I can remember who you are. My apologies, but... so Haru says, speaking of gender affirming care, as of today, one of my next clinicals for physical therapy school, oh my gosh, is highly likely to be a pelvic floor clinic specializing in post-op gender affirming surgery. That's phenomenal. Wowzers. I know somebody, she is actually she calls herself a sex therapist. This podcast has now been released, but I think it's coming out in 2 or 3 weeks. Eve Hall is her name. And you can actually go and see her. She has the Please Me podcast. Please Me with an exclamation point. Please Me podcast. But she's the same. She started off, she was in physical therapy. She's a physical therapist, specialized in pelvic floor, and ended up becoming like a big sexologist. So she's like a sex therapist type person, physical therapist. It is really interesting, the work that she does and the things that she's learned just from, applying physical therapy to, the pelvic floor and everything that's in that general area, as you know what I mean. So yeah, Haru, I'd love to, if you want, reach out to me and I'll see if I can get you in touch with Eve, because I bet you she would like to know other people as well. So let me know. I think Rose says this very, very well. Rose Sandberg here. This is a very common experience in the transgender community. It was either transition or self-termination. It is a very easy choice. It is a very easy choice. Unfortunately, not always easy to make the choice, because we have a lot of people who go, oh, you don't want to do that kind of thing. Why don't you just wait? Why don't you figure out if this is really what you want? Because so many of us want to go through years and years of hormone, a brand new puberty, going through essentially a brand new puberty, going through possibly surgeries, going through all the legal rigmarole to change our name and everything. That's pretty comfortable, no doubt. Not to mention asking the rest of the world now to please recognize and respect the identity that we've had, but just hidden for your benefit. Anyway, really comfortable. Like we would choose that on purpose. Like we would go, oh yeah, oh it'd be so great. I love the idea of people coming onto YouTube and misgendering me. This sounds like a great idea. It'll be fun. No, it isn't. It's not. It's terrible. But the results are amazing. So, and on that note, here's my last thing that I've got. I can't believe I pulled 36 minutes out of this. That's fairly impressive. The last thing that I am thankful for. Actually, one sec, because here we go. Look. I think that completely says what I'm saying. Ro put it off for 50 years to accommodate everyone around her instead of herself. This is what we do. We try to protect the people around us. And I mean, it's well-meaning. Certainly I wouldn't say that, you've done wrong if you're helping, protecting the people around you. I'm not trying to say that's bad, but this is what we do. And if people around us think that we're transitioning to hurt them, okay, how much do you think we've hurt ourselves for decades? So thank you, Ro. Thank you again for that clarification. And I'm going to say, it was totally true. Margie is thankful for being a pubescent girl in her 5th decade. So true. I mean, I could say it was not fun, but it has been great. I mean, it really is great to see my body change and all that. And then Margie says, thankful for her boobs, because, right? All right, here's my last thing. It is particularly over this last year, over 3 years anyway, but specifically over this past year, I have continued to grow as a person, to understand who I am, to understand what I'm here specifically, in this lifetime to do. I would say that 3 years ago when I started this, because I mentioned, in a live stream, I don't know, 4 weeks ago at this point, that November of 2022 is when I retired from technology and started doing, this. 3 years ago, I had I guess 3 years ago I was just writing. I wasn't doing this, but 3 years ago I had little idea what my purpose was. I started doing this because I'm like, I just need to explain myself to myself. I don't know what I'm doing and I don't exactly know why I'm doing it, but I'm going to do this. I figured I would figure it out along the way, but today, now 3 years later, I feel that I'm finally at a place where I do see a purpose. I do see the mission that I have now in this lifetime, now here. So I'm not really sure exactly how I would say this. I guess I would just say I am thankful to the goddess at this point for sending all of the challenges I faced into my life, helping me achieve all of the accomplishments that I did in my life, and then finally for making clear all of the good things that I see in my future. And this is what I hope all of you can experience as well. And that's it. That's what I'm thankful for. 40 minutes. Boy, I really dragged that out. Here's something nice I love seeing. Oops, did it come up? Yeah. I think it's an interesting point that Ro makes. Even when you do transition, a lot of people really do accept the new you. I had like a list of maybe 50 people, I think, that I put out there initially, like when I first transitioned. And of those 50, there were two who went, I don't know, I'm a little unsure about this. Leaving, some 48 who ranged from, oh, well, yeah, I totally knew you were going to do this, to, well, I 100% support you, to, I don't really understand it, but you are you, and this is not up to me to understand. It's only up to me to support. Only two people. Two. And I'm not trying to say that if you don't transition, you're wrong. You're doing something wrong, whatever. I don't mean to say that. What I'm going to try to say here is that a lot of times we are afraid to take some of these steps because we think, oh, it's going to be so awful. Everybody's going to hate me. I'm not going to kid you. The world's funky. And I will tell you, you may be surprised that to find a lot of people really do support you and accept you 100%. So thank you for that comment, Ro. Oh boy, they're starting to come a little faster. So Angela, oh, okay. I mean, I don't know if that's, I'll read it. Angela says she was lucky that when she transitioned, her mother did accept her, but all the rest of the family didn't. And my father had just died. So, I mean, at least your mother did. I think that's why you were lucky. I don't know if it was lucky that your father had died. I don't know what I would have done if my father was still alive. Like, I'm not sure I would have told him. I'm not even sure. It's a weird question. Because I think my father would have been weird, but I don't know. I'm curious. I'm glad that for the most part you've been accepted. And Angela, this was some time ago too. I think you said it's been about 20 years, so that's pretty good. I think that's really good. Absolutely true. Margie says, we all accept you and are thankful for who you are. So true. What else do we have here? Haro says, oh gosh, look at this. Haro says she's so thankful that her parents are so accepting, so much so that they have enabled her to try and give back early on in your transition. That's awesome. I'm glad for that. It's beautiful when we have an environment that does foster who we are, and then almost immediately we can go, listen, I feel great. I need to help other people. And that's, so I don't know. It's a beautiful thing. I guess I'll leave it at that. I think a lot of us get this too. Ella says the most people that knew her were in no way shocked when she came out. Like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'll tell you, see, I had a lot of that too. I mean, I mentioned my two friends, Bill and Angus. And I told my friend Angus, and honestly, I think the first thing he asked was, so what's your new name going to be? And I'm like, I have no idea. Do you even care? And Angus was like, what? No. And I was like, really? Wow. What? All right, now I got to think about a name. I don't know. And then Bill was just kind of like, okay, I've seen that. And was it was okay. And I've mentioned before, all three of my sisters were like, yes, we've been waiting for this. So this is something else. Look at this. Your 90-year-old father-in-law accepted you. Wow. I'd be thankful for that. Oh, I think this is lovely. Look at this. Margie says that long ago she had a friend who came out as a lesbian. And she later told her that Margie was the only person with whom her relationship did not change. And she was grateful for that. I got to tell you, because I came out as pansexual. I guess I called it bisexual in the 90s, 1994, 95, something like that. And I had a few people who were like, well, I don't know. Now I'm going to be worried that you're going to hit on me. And I remember just kind of going, what a weird thing to bring up. So this centers around you. Like all of this, so our relationship is only about you and whether or not I was going to hit on you. Because that's kind of weird. I don't know I don't know exactly where that comes from, and weird stuff. But and then this is different from having a friend who came out as a lesbian. But I was kind of like, why did you tell me that? So Haro, my apologies. So Haro is has they them pronouns. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that. What do we got? So let's see. So Rose says now in regarding her 90-year-old father, never even got a father-in-law, never even got her new name and pronouns wrong. Dang, that's not bad. Angela says, oh, it was 1990. Okay, so oh my gosh, I was thinking 20 years. It's 35 years. Zoinks. Transitioned at the bank in 1990. Everybody accepted her, which is the way it should be, right? Absolutely. I don't think I've ever heard much about your family, Margie. I'm glad that you do have a side of the family that's really accepting. Oh, and enthusiastic, even. Oh, dang. That's awesome. Oh, this is a great point. Because now this about Haru, who said that they were thankful their parents are accepting, so that Haru can give back earlier on in their transition. Margie's got a great point. I think a lot of us, we learn how to cope with our own trauma by talking about it with others and like helping others and going, did you have the same thing? I will tell you, there's nothing, I think there's nothing better. There was nothing better for me. Let me say this. When I started my transition, like I was just reading Medium. There were a lot of people I was reading on Medium, that is a blogging type website. And I, reading that other people had experiences that were very similar to mine, I was like, oh my gosh, I am not totally weird. I was willing to accept every single experience I had, but it was like, well, not like anybody else had these experiences. And if, I guess I didn't care if they were weird or not, but it goes such a long way, as Margie's saying, to help us process the things that we go through. And we go, oh, look at that. I'm actually okay. I'm actually okay. And so anyway, this is partly why I do what I do, because I want some people who are, maybe going, why do I feel this way? To hear some of the message that I have, or Margie, or Angela, Ella, Ro, all of us, that we go, yeah, we had that too. Totally. Makes sense. So thank you for that comment, Margie. Very good. Yeah, and Ella even brings up, Ella brings up, Margie, that's a very positive and constructive way to deal with it. Yeah. I, I did not get quite this comment. Rose says that a good friend said to her, and she quotes, "You are always a bit charmingly short in the macho stakes, so it's no surprise." Yeah, I mean, I hope that wasn't offensive to you. Because I got a little bit of that too, and I'm like, right? This is why I've been the way I am. And people go, oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, I totally get what you. Oh yeah, wow. It must have been awful for you. And I'm like, totally was. Yeah, it's terrible. Anyway, and then Haru says, in regard to them helping other people, that one of their friends who helped them realize, that they wanted to transition with hormones, said that they felt they were running an MLM. Since they were trans non-binary as well. I'm trying to figure. I know I'm putting together like a partner page for my website, and it's not up there yet, but it's in the process. I'm hoping to have it done this week. Let's just say that, depending upon when I get like logos and blurbs and stuff. But I feel like I'm kind of doing that too. It's kind of like, look, here are partners that I have. You can do the same. You can transition too, and I don't know. Then it'll turn into like the Mary Kay, of gender transition. So, Ella says that her dad also passed before she could tell him, but she'd like to think he would accept who she is now. I don't know. I wonder. What's the... Sounds like somebody's trying to cope with their ego. Wait, is this me? I hope not. Um, wow. So Angela's saying that her mother always got name and pronouns right, even when the mother had Alzheimer's. Admittedly, she had chosen the name as an option. Oh, see, I didn't want to ask my mother. I don't think she would have told me. In fact, I'm pretty confident she wouldn't have told me. But want. I didn't want something that. How do I want to put this? I did want something my parents would have chosen. I did want something that I personally would have chosen and didn't exactly end up there. I know I've told that story a couple of times, but I didn't even want the input. Angela, it sounds like you had a better relationship with your parents than I have, but oof, yeah, I didn't even want. I would not even have wanted to ask them. Oh gosh, I'm coming close to a break time. So here we go. Okay, so Rose says that the person who said that is still a good friend, still very supportive. That's awesome. I was kidding. I mean, I don't think you would have. Oh, I'm coughing. I'm choking myself. I don't think you would have put that up if it had been offensive. So I think Margie makes a great point too. You know, when we learn about how other people process things in their head, that helps too. So learning about how people perceive gender, how people perceive themselves, identity, so themselves, how people perceive the world around them too, is partly how I would say neurospice. But it says, you know, Margie says the learning about neurospice has been helpful and affirming. You know, it's validating to know that there are other people who work this way. I'm really disliking too, just as a super quick aside. I'm really like not liking. Sorry, I looked at a comment and started thinking about it. I don't like the word neurodivergent anymore because it implies that there are some people who think correctly and then some people who diverge from the correct way of thinking. And I go, correct way of thinking? Okay. So, sorry, I know I still had that up. Let's see. Here we go. Let me see. So here we go. Haru says, my entire extended family accepts me. Okay. Their parents, their brother, and I are estranged from them for other reasons. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's good that they want to have contact with them, with you. So, all right, let me see. So they ignore my parents and brother and then go out of their way to be like, hey, we love you and support you. That's pretty sweet, frankly. Let me see. Okay, sorry. So Bo, good point. Bo brings up, yeah, was referring to my friend that was afraid that I was going to start hitting on them. Yeah, I'll tell you. So I mean, this was in 94, 95. I don't even know who that person is anymore. Like I remember it happening, but I'm like, who the hell was that? Who was that? Because I know I lost a couple of friends who are like, ooh, you're bisexual. I don't. That means that I'm gonna you're gonna grab my butt or something, and I'm like, you are nowhere near my type. I don't want to burst your bubble, but you are just nowhere near my type. Anyway, so let me see. All right, so here we go. So Angela says it's strange, but when she was young, her mother said that Angela was what she would have called her if she was a girl. Interesting. So wow, that's fascinating. And I hear what you're saying. So Margie says by neurospice she means neurodiversity, which I actually prefer. It just says, you may think differently than what is typical, which is a word that due to her neurospice she can never remember. It does allow her to call neurotypical people neurobland. Yeah, There's like no neuro. It's like you need some neuro salt at the very least. Neuro salt, a little bit, maybe a little bit of neuro cayenne. Just something. There you go. Let me see. All right. I do, yeah. See, so Haru, yeah, Haru brings up the point. Neurodivergent feels like a bridge kind of phrase, like gender non-conforming. I had, just as an aside, there was somebody, so somebody who has a PhD, which I do too, not the point. Somebody who has like a PhD in gender studies, psychology, I'm a little unsure, wrote a whole article that says, you know what, we need to start using the word gender nonconforming instead of transgender, using that as an umbrella term. And I said, I don't, and this is somebody who's transgender. I wish I could remember her name, but I'm blanking on it. No, I think I'm remembering it. But she says, we need to use this term because it's much kinder. And I was like, but it implies that there is a gender to which we should conform. Shouldn't we not do that? Are you sure we should do that? Because I think that's a bad idea. I don't think we should be, we should assume that there are genders to which we should conform. There are gender norms, sure, that your social environment's going to hope you conform to, because then they're not going to dump on you, like we'll get in here sometimes. But gender non-conforming, and I think it ends up being a little bit insulting, personally, when you are non-conforming to something, because it implies that there is a right and a wrong way to do something. And when it comes down to identity and gender, I don't believe there is a right and wrong way. Period. Let me see. Oh my gosh. There's a few things. Bo says gender conformity is boring. So true. So Haro says, yeah, gender nonconforming feels like it should apply to gender expression rather than identity. For what it's worth, I mean, at least in my own work, I consider, so gender expression would be an outward expression of something. I see that as part of identity, just because identity is, part of identity is expressed through the physical. I know that I diverge. See, there we go. I'm using it. I do diverge at least a little bit from the way a lot of philosophers would like to define identity. But I think identity is so much more than just like in our head, because we will. And the reason why I think this, Haru, if you care, and maybe everybody else does, I think that identity needs to be expanded because it's so easy to suppress it. And that part of our identity is internal, but part of our identity is external. And so there you go. You know, if we can suppress who we are, then people don't know it. And that's why I think using a physical expression as well. So the expression of clothing, makeup, whatever, or lack thereof. So many other things. Oh my gosh, somebody just dropped something on the floor upstairs. I hope they're okay. Anyway, I think that the physicality needs to be part of identity, just because you can ostensibly be conforming, but that is not your identity, to my mind. I don't know where that one is. So, all right. Yes. No. See, I think Haru, that's exactly my point. So then Haru says it's a very good point. Of course it was. No, I'm kidding. And then they say it would fit better with how they handle themselves in spaces they're comfortable versus spaces they're not. Right. See, we change our expression, our outgoing expression, depending upon social environment. And so I actually use the phrase gender identity, but we've got, our identity, which is is a full sum expression of everything. Our gender, which would be a sum of the physical, cognitive, behavioral, and social. And then our gender identity, as I put it, is basically what we're doing at the moment. It's our expression at the moment, depending upon social environment, depending upon social norms. Like I'm not going to go to some place and walk around with like a shirt that says, "Kiss me, I'm trans," because it might mean that somebody will replace the S's with L's and go, I think that sounds fine. So anyway, there's my little rant on identity. This is why I do what I do. Isn't it fun? Look at this. It's already 6:00. I can't believe I was able to go a whole hour on that. I can really kill time when it comes down to it. So what I want to do, let me close this thing. We have, we've got, Vesper. I didn't see Vesper was here. And Amber, I'm so sorry. I really need to figure out if I can get these things in my other little thing here. I realized that said nothing. It was really vague. I need to get these things in my other thing that does stuff, that does whatever. I'm going to take a break and then we'll come back. And oh, there's Vesper now. Vesper, watch this. I don't know if you've been here. I can now pop up comments from all the places that I am. Woohoo! So, that's pretty sweet. All right, I'm going to take a break, and then we're going to play, like you do, we're going to play what the hell is it called? Super Lesbian Animal RPG. So there you go. Margie also quotes Björk, and I like this. It takes courage to enjoy this, right? All right, going to take a break. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. I'm going to. Ooh, no, I'm going to show this really fast. Angela says if we conform to the norms, we would not have had the guts to transition. Precisely. We have to reject social norms. We have to accept that the social environment doesn't have our best interest at heart. I appreciate that. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that, Angela. Thank you. All right, for reals, taking a break. Here's the break one. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back 5 minutes. We'll play Animal RPG, Super Lesbian Animal RPG. I'll be back. Hey there, I am back. So I see Emma. That's good. There's some funny bits here, by the way. Thanks for watching my thought connection. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk as well. Foxfire, hello. Good to see you. First, it might be the second half. It's going to be better anyway. So now we're going to be playing a game. Anyway, I said hi to Emma. Hello, Emma. I'm so glad. I've been meaning to reach out to you, and I have not, and I hope that you have been doing okay. I hope you've been doing at least well enough. Let me see. What else do we have? Talking about Kit Kat. There you go. Like you do. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna cough. One sec. Made myself laugh, and there you go. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, send this to that. Does it go to A2? Oh well, I hope I have the music. We'll find out. All right, so let me see. Let me go to the streaming here, but that's interesting. So there's I'm coming in the middle of this, so run with me a little bit. There are people who say, well, we don't. There aren't cycles that transgender women have, and it's not true. I mean, we do indeed get our bodies go through cycles, as it were, just because of the moon and whatever other things, and when I've heard people say, well, you don't get the same thing I do. It's like, not exactly, but there are certainly cycles. And Foxfire, no, I'm sorry. It doesn't show your name, particularly in the thing that I've got here, and I may have to do some configuration. But yes, if you could tell me who you are, it'll be easier. Let me see. Let me go to. Oh no, wait a minute. Sorry, I got to go to the other thing. Streaming. Here we go. Okay. Super. I've got once again. I've still got my purple Xbox controller like you do. All right. Let me see. All right. Oh well, I'm hearing it. Hopefully you're hearing it too. I hope it's not too loud. Let me check that because I should have turned it down. Oops, I didn't. Okay. I'm gonna turn it down now. All right. Here we go. Yeah, better. All right, continue. What do we got? Oops, wrong thing. File 7. Sure. Load. This is the first time I'm doing this. There we go. That audio's too much. All right, so let me see. I know we were supposed to go and talk to Jody. Wow, this may be a little bit louder than I want it to be. There we go. I've turned it down a little bit. All right, let me see. What do we got? Who's this guy? Is this Jody? Who is this person? Oh, it's Jody. Okay. I really forget how Jody spoke. But I think it was kind of like, sort of surfers. Here we go. Oh, mine just went a little bit funky now on my side. Well, that's a relief. What is? In fact, since it is kind of funky, I'm just going to turn it off on my side. And I think it's actually in my headphones, unfortunately. I don't know why that is. It's kind of a bummer, but I got to do what what I've got. So, all right, here we go. What is? You two are spending time together. I've been pretty worried about Allison lately. Now, Emma, this is new that we started playing video games on the show because it's kind of like I've got games. Maybe we should do it. What are you talking about, Jody? I've been perfectly fine. If by perfectly fine you mean starved for attention because your girlfriend was ignoring you, then sure. You say that as if I'm not always looking for attention. Allison, if you miss me so much, why didn't you just come over to my place? That's a good question. Thank you. You're welcome, babe. If you two lovebirds don't need me anymore, I'm just gonna get back to what I was doing. You were doing nothing, Jody. Let me see, have we seen Claire? Who was Faith again? Oh, Faith was the one who was up in by the church. I don't know, here we go. Ella, I'm interested too. Ella says she is intersex. I'm interested in how you are intersex, because I had apparently some kind of an intersex characteristic. All right, let's ask. So here we go. How come you're not hanging out with Faith? It's so rare to see her get this much free time. She wanted to do a little painting, so I figured I'd let her have some space. I mean, it's not like we have to hang out all the time. Were they, like, dating? I understand she's a busy person. I just appreciate the time I managed to spend with her, and the rest of the time I let her live her own life. Wow, Jody, that's... smart, emotionally mature? No, it's proof that Mel and I are Green Ridge's true power couple. Woo, there you go, right? Up top, Mel. We're awesome. There you go. Oh, actually, have you seen Claire lately? Nope. She says she's been busy with some sort of top secret, very important guild project. One that she didn't want my help with. Aren't you a little concerned about what Claire's up to? Maybe, but I'm sure she knows what she's doing. Jody, sometimes I worry you let Claire get away with too much. What do you mean? Well, how about the time she accidentally cast a spell that swapped your arms with your legs? That would be a bummer, well, wouldn't it? Hey, magic's tricky. She fixed it and learned from her mistake, and that's all that matters. Okay, what about that time Province was trying to give a speech, but her mic wasn't working? Oh, yeah. Didn't she try to cast a volume-increasing spell on Province? But it was way too loud, and it wouldn't wear off for like 48 hours? Yeah, and Province tried to keep quiet, but of course Holly and Rhett kept trying to get a rise out of her because they thought it was hilarious. Actually, that was pretty funny in hindsight. Listen, I'm Claire's roommate, not her mother. She's also an adult. It's not my job to discipline her or anything. I mean, come on, we all make mistakes. Once I was trying to practice this force shield spell with Faith, except I accidentally made it way too big, and it smashed right through the wall in her office. Oops. Wow, I didn't even know about that. I'm gonna have to remember that one for the next time you rag on me for breaking stuff. Yeah, great. Look, all I'm trying to say is Claire needs someone to be supportive of her and her ambitions. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I saw Claire looking for something in your basement, Allison. She's been down there a while, though. Yeah, we should probably go check on that. Okay, let's go. See you later, Jody. Now I gotta look at some of these comments. Okay, so Ella says she was born with characteristics of both physically not down there, but in my face and chest. Okay. Oops. She says she has been tested genetically, but how fast the changes happened on HRT. Yeah, it was the same with me. How quickly HRT changed me. My clinic says, oh, you just might be, so. Here we go. Hi, Charlotte. First of all, I didn't see Charlotte. Says, games are gay. That's why it's called gaming. And I'm a happy gamer. I'm with you. Oh, there you go. Oh no! Emma said they made her get a haircut. I'm sorry your gender dysphoria is through the roof. That sucks. What a bummer. Alright. Dang, that's a bummer. Alright, let's go see... Shoot, we have to go to Allison's house. Where the hell was Allison's house? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Let me see. Oh, Allison's place. Wait a minute, how the hell do we get to the basement? Is there... By the way, Allison, how come your house is such a mess? How do we get to the basement? Okay. I hope this isn't going to make me have to figure something out. Do I... Nah, go back out. Oh, here we go, look. Basement, right over here. No other place has this same... has this same thing. Oh, here we go. Whoa, the carpet is like moving. That's unexpected. Ooh, what's this? Is this my... Oh, okay. Sure, what the hell. Save. All right, let's go talk to Allison. If they gave me a save point, I'm a little bit worried. Let's see what happens here. Claire, what Why are my basement's walls covered in trash? I'm trying to remember what I did for her. Oh, it's kind of a, I can assure you it's not trash. I like the lights. They're festive. How long have you been in my basement? What are you even doing down here? Listen, I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and I can answer those questions if you have some free time and think you're ready for something special. I guess we're ready? What are we ready for exactly? Wonderful. All you need to know is that your basement is now the entrance to Adon Gion. Oh, no, sorry. A dungeon! And apparently a pride dungeon, too. So that speaking of gaming, apparently it's a pride dungeon. So that's kind of fun. A dungeon! What? Oh dear. See, as your new guild master, it's my responsibility to give the two of you a proper education when it comes to adventuring. Our previous attempts have been interesting, but it was obvious we needed to start smaller. I needed a controlled subterranean environment to really replicate that authentic dungeon experience in a more accessible manner. And in case you hadn't noticed, this is the only house in the neighborhood with a basement. Actually, I had noticed. Right? We just said that. Lucky you. So now your house has this cool underground labyrinth that we get to explore together as a team. There you go. Daffodil, this is called Super Lesbian... What is it? Super Lesbian Animal RPG. And Daffodil, watch this. I am now using something that lets me pop up your comments here. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna have to put this up here. Angela says she had a dungeon when she was working at as a dominatrix, right? And then here you go, by the way. So Margie mentions that, sorry, I guess I should have done here. When you're on HRT, your hair grows much better. Agreed. Yeah, my hair got way better on HRT. Skin, too. My skin got much softer. All right, here we go. It'll be so much fun. Oops, I gotta go back to this one because my button ain't working. Here we go. Claire, just because you're my new boss or whatever doesn't mean you get to bust into my basement and do some radical remodeling. Okay, first of all, you hardly use this basement. Let's be real. This place is a rental! How am I supposed to explain this to my landlord? Well, I'm sure they'll see that this adds a lot of value to their property. Look at all this extra square footage. And where the hell did you put my stuff? Huh? Well, it's around here somewhere. I may have put it in hammer space storage or something, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. How about, wow, thanks Claire, you sure did put a lot of effort into handing us our first adventure on a silver platter. Okay, this is a lot, but let's all just stop and take a deep breath, okay? No yelling. Melody, what about you? Isn't this perfect for you? You get to do your training right from the comfort of your own girlfriend's home. Well, I mean underneath it. You've been practicing those spells I gave you, right? Don't you want a chance to show them off? Come on, this'll be fun. Well, actually, yes, this does sound a bit like Claire's idea of fun. Claire, this sounds more like your idea of fun than mine. No, believe me. I'd find it just as fun to drag you two to the library and lecture you on your new magic powers in a more academic setting. Okay, that does not sound like fun, so... But putting you in mildly dangerous situations and making you use your abilities as part of a team is much easier. In what world is building an entire dungeon the easy solution? Well, Allison is more of a hands-on learner. Well, that is true. So I figure the easiest way to teach her how to fight monsters is to, well, let her fight monsters. Just in a controlled environment. Wait, monsters? Like real monsters? Well, you know, real-ish. They're more like dark magic constructs, I guess. They'll still put up a fight, though. I do like fighting. Okay, fine. I'm still not crazy about this basement dungeon idea, but I've been dying to see some action. Just make sure you put everything back to normal later. I don't need rowdy basement monsters trying to eat my face in the middle of the night or whatever. Bo asks, does this spell call for a dead man's toe? Do we, I don't know. I don't want to ask so much, but I kind of want to ask. Did you have one sitting around? Or, like, did you? I don't know. Not sure if this is good. Yeah, I think we should totally get our hands on Allison, right? Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Now put it on my to-do list. Anyway, I was waiting for Jody to show up before starting, but you know what? I think we can handle this on our own. It'll just be 3 pals on a fun-filled dungeon adventure. Are you really sure this is a good idea? Come on, what's the worst that could happen? Oh. I think there's a lot. Oh. Claire dooms the planet. That's a bummer. Oh, hey, actually, could we postpone? We were kind of on a date, or whatever. Yeah, more or less. I mean, unless you're okay with being a third wheel. I don't really care. Of course you don't. Come on. Claire... Claire joined your party as the third wheel. Well, there you go. Okay, but fair warning, I could start macking on my girl at any time. There you go, Allison. Thank you. I think you are one of my favorites at this point. No, really? You don't say. She's primarily driven by impulse, Claire. Sure. Some real hardcore tonsil hockey, if you catch my drift. Okay, that might be an exaggeration. Listen, you two are making it weird now, so just so you know, can we go? Swap and spit. I get it, Allison. Planting a big smacker. Smooching! This is your revenge for me trashing your basement, isn't it? Face sucking. Locking lips. Puckering up. Watching submarine races. Wait, what? Can we just go already? What the hell? Alright, we have to go in, don't we? Right? Daffodil says, this is the choice stream while she does her skincare. This is vibes, right? There you go. Daffodil, forgive me. I'm pretty sure it was she, her pronouns. If I got that wrong, please correct me. And then here we go. Look at this. Okay, Bo says, unfortunately, no. For Halloween store, it was all sold out. I don't know if that's unfortunate. Not to have dead man's toes. All right, let's go into Adun Jian. All right, what are we doing? Oh, and if you guys feel like this is too rough, there's always plan B. Just open up the... Really? You're gonna... This... Okay. It's a tutorial. Just open up the inventory and use the difficulty selector in your key items tab to enable easy mode. Right. The basement dungeon. Oh gosh. Okay, so that is definitely something we're gonna have to fight, isn't it? Yeah, it's a fight. Woohoo! Dust bunny. Oh, here we go. What did we have before? We had ether bunnies. Margie, I think it was ether bunnies. Oh my goodness. Bo says only one person. What does it say? Only one person can play Only one person. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to figure out what this says. Could play Tot in soul hockey. The other person's tongue gets in the way. I was like a goalie maybe, but in a good dungeon, I am always in easy mode. I think I'm always comfortable. All right, let's go back. Dust bunnies. All right, let's fight the dust bunnies. What do we got? Let's see. Melody, sure. Go ahead and attack. Why not? Allison, oh, sure. All right, and then we can attack. Let's just see what these people have. All right, what do we got? Pow! Pow! Oh, look. Wait, what are these? Okay, pow! Ooh, Allison gets, thumped. That's a bummer. Okay. Let's give these guys, what do we do? I want to give him, let's give him a low kick. Yeah. Oh, that's what those little stars are for. Those stars say that you can do skills, apparently. Okay, well, who knew? Alright, we'll attack that guy too. Pow! Resist! No! Oh, 29. Do we get him? Oh, he's dead. Dust Bunny has been defeated. Ooh. This one gets hit. Let me see. I think we're cool. Let's not do anything yet. Go ahead and attack. What are your skills? Scorch. That sounds pretty good. It's dust. Let's try it. Zing. Oh, what the hell? Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was... And he's got burn. Claire, why did you think it was a good idea to light it on fire? Kind of looks like its demonic side is coming out. Well, you learn something new every day, huh? Uh-oh. Is that... Well, but now he's gone, so I guess that's good. Nice work. Oh, look, I leveled up. Neat. That's it? Neat. Loot. 20 gold. I don't know what we're going to do with this. We'll see. Okay, now we get to walk. Okay, well, what's in the dungeon here? Oh. I always go... So here we go. Just as so that you know, I always turn left. Because if you always turn left, you will see every single thing in the dungeon. Margie's got a good point. Claire seems extremely nonchalant about releasing a demonic side. Like you would... Oh, can we not? Oh, here we go. Because that... Oh, gosh. Okay, well, here we go. Dust bunnies, maybe... Oh, okay. Here we go. Ooh. Dust bunny sage. I don't want that to go demonic, I think. Just a thought. Let's see. Go ahead and attack. Yep, sure. Can we do skills? No. Alright, we'll have to do an attack. What a bummer. I totally forgot to do Kiss Melody. I should have. Margie says, I know about maze navigation. I'm a woman of so many skills. Yes, so totally true. Let me see. Can I do a Kiss Allison? Let's do a Kiss Allison just because it's fun. And attack. Smooch. Oh, there we go. Smooch. Ding. Allison attacks. Oh, she hits hard. 23. That's a bummer. Ooh, I get hit again. That's a bummer. All right, just everybody attack. Margie says, time for more wine. Well, there you go. Right. Oops, did I not hit the button? I didn't. Yeah, Emma, it turns out... Okay, great job, team. Ooh, look, Allison's about to level up. Yeah, the Melody and Allison can kiss each other and improve their stats. Improve each other's stats. There you go, 16 gold. Could be worse. All right, what's in this? What's in this? A basement dungeon key. We just... Okay, that's fine. Wow, even the keys are cardboard. Hey, if you think you can make a better dungeon with real locks and keys, then be my guest. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, what do we got here? Whoa! And then you turn left. Oh, okay, nothing here. Alright, so only right. Woo. Nope, there we go. What do we come to? Need 2 keys! Okay. I mean, at least they're, like, straightforward about it. Listen, you got 1 key? Not enough. Alright. What do we got? Oh, this is bigger than I thought. Alright, well, here we go. As usual, I'm turning left. Dust Bunny Sage and a Dust Bunny... Oh, a preemptive strike. What? I walked right up to you. Did we get the preemptive strike? I don't even know. Alright, let's put it on Dust Bunny. Allison, put it on Dust Bunny. I'm going to use Scorch again because that was pretty good. Allison thumps it. Melody thumps it. Claire casts Scorch, and it's gone. Look at that. Wow, almost like we know what we're doing. Oh, shoot. I really meant to do Kiss Allison again, but oh well. Oh my gosh, Miss! Emma says I'm better at games than she is. I'm not sure about that, but... let me see. So I want skills. Yeah, Kiss Allison. And then go through that too. Melody. Oh, attempts. Oh, good. Okay, got it. Infatuated. Wait, dodge? No way. For reals? Oh, shoot. Casts Shooting Star. All right, now I think it's time to heal somebody. Now we'll just heal myself for now, but you attack. Oh, shoot. Oh, dang. I should have used the kick. Bang. Okay, good. And that, oh gosh, ooh, Claire is kind of sucking. Oh gosh. And now Claire needs some first aid really badly. Can we do a skills? Let's do a high kick. Yeah. Now what do we got? Okay, there we go. Ooh, looking good. High kick was the weakness. I didn't know there were dust bunnies that had, you know, a weakness of high kicks, like that you would be kicked. All right, Allison levels up to level 3. Look at that. Ooh, she learned skills. Dive bomb. Okay, cool. And 26 gold. I'll be sure to put this to good use. Right. All right, so now we get to go all the way down here. What is... Okay, we'll go through this. What do we got? Oh, another thing. Okay. Dust Bunny Sage and Dust Bunny, like you do. All right, let's do skills. Let's do Kiss Allison. And then we'll attack the dust. Oh, wait a minute. Can I go back? Oh, I can't. Oh, I wonder if I can go. Look at that. I just learned that if I do something and I don't want to do it, I can go back. All right. Well, there you go. Skills, Kiss Allison. What skills do we have? Okay, so we have to... Oh, I see. Okay, so look, these things say I have to get... Okay, understood. So we'll do an attack on the Dust Bunny. Margie brings up if the Dust Bunnies are this fierce, she doesn't want to meet the Dust Hippopotamus. I'm with you on that. No, let's all focus on one. What are you going to do? Oh, a kiss on the cheek. Allison attacks. Ooh, thumps it. Scorch. Bang. Oh. Okay. Somebody's hitting things. Okay. So far we're okay. I'll do that. Oh. Do I have fun? Okay, let me do the high kick on this guy. And then we'll have Claire, we'll have those two. Allison. Ooh, that's a good one. Alright, we defeated that. Oh, look at that! It turns out that if I was going to attack something else, it just attacks, and that gets killed off, then I get to attack another one. So Emma asks, what's the main point of this game? At this point, I'm not really sure. And Margie says it pretty well be lesbian furry adventurers. Yeah, it's pretty much it. I'd say that covers it. Yeah. There we go. Dust Bunny Sage has been defeated. Ooh, Claire's about to level 2. Oh, good. We got another Ether Bunny. There we go. All right, so they're gone. A picnic set. Okay. I mean, wow. How nice of you to provide refreshments in your dungeon, Claire. That's enough to heal all of us in a pinch, so be sure to use it wisely. Also, remember that we can't use a picnic set while we're in the middle of a fight. I mean, it's your dungeon, Claire. Couldn't you just make the monsters wait for us to have our snacks? Yeah, that would be nice. That depends. Can you eat a whole meal in 6 seconds? Is that a challenge? Well, please don't ruin this lovely picnic set I bought by trying to scarf it down in one combat turn. Okay. Ooh, boy, I can't wait until you go away, Power Cablack. Don't know why you are so angry, but, you know. Tip! Look, what? Can you walk toward the thing? Tip! Adventuring tip. Fleeing from battle. Well, okay. You may sometimes feel overwhelmed by the foes you encounter. Times like this, you can flee from most battles by pressing the cancel button when selecting your actions. Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Boss level foes will usually prevent you from fleeing. Okay, I'll always be prepared for a fight. Thank you. All right, let's grab our basement dungeon key. Awesome. Okay, great. That's both keys. We can move on to the end of the dungeon now. Oh, this is the whole thing? Well, that's not too bad. You know, I have to admit, I'm actually kind of having fun in here, Claire. Good, I worked really hard on all this. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Margie, by the way, for booting whatever it was, Paroff Staler or something. Alright, let's save. Need 2 keys. Okay, we got 2 keys. What now? Well, the door opens. Oh, I guess it's open now. Okay, this is it, you two. The final battle. What's in there will put your skills to the test more than anything we've faced so far. Oh dear. I hope you two are ready for a tussle. A tussle? Really? What? What's wrong with calling it a tussle? Well, the way you've hyped this up, it sounds like little more than a tussle. Maybe a brawl? What about a fracas? Can we just get this over with? Those monsters are itching for a tussle, okay? Okay, now you're just being difficult. I'm always being difficult. Alright, let's go. Is it just the one box? It can't just be the one box, right? Okay, here we go. My first real chance to show you two what I've got. Don't blink, you guys. I probably should have healed them before, right? Oh, a big dust bunny appears. There we go. Oh shoot. Maybe I'm okay. I definitely want to do a Kiss Allison. She, I guess, just do an attack. Claire should probably... Ooh, yeah, let's do a Scorch. All right. Melody attempts to kiss Allison. Allison gets a kiss. She's infatuated. Pow! Oh my gosh. This thing has a whole lot of HP. Okay. Weakness 112. Oh my gosh, we are hurting. Okay, who else? Okay. Can I do... let me do an attack, and then we'll do Dive Bomb next, okay? What do you think? May as well use Scorch again. It seemed to work. Tussle. Tussle is clearly a euphemism for threesome. I'm not sure. Oh boy. Now he's coming out at us. Alright, let me see. We'll just attack at this point. Wait a minute. Skills. Nah, that's fine. We'll do an attack. She gets a skill. Let's do Dive Bomb. This one sounds fun. And then Claire, what the heck? We're going to do Scorch yet again because, you know. Allison Dive Bomb. Oh my gosh. That's really not a lot. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, we gotta heal Claire again. Wait a minute. What's this one do? For 20%. Oh, let's try that one. How much does this cost? Ooh, dang, that one's a good one. Okay. I don't have any skills. I'll have to Scorch again. Allison attacks. Claire? Oh, wait. No way! Oh, you gotta be joking me. Oh, I was too slow. This is not a dust hippo, but maybe a dust pony. I agree with that, but gosh, are we gonna be able to do this? All right, let's do the high kick. I wonder if we're gonna make this. Resist, you son of a... Melody attacks. Okay. Oh, the infatuation has gone away. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but let's see what happens. Maybe we'll make it, maybe we won't. Oof. Oh, we got hit hard. Okay. Let's do a low kick then? Sure, why not? See what happens. Gives him a punch. Ooh, she got hit hard too. Woodland Healing is still... Well, Woodland Healing, for what it's worth, is pretty dang good. I should have put it on Claire at the beginning. Now I know. Sure, attack. Let's hope for the best. Oh, she got hit hard. Oh, dang. Okay, so now we gotta do this one. We'll put it on Allison. Why not? Who now uses... I don't know, let's try a left jab. Why not? Oh, boy. He is still really... Okay. Alright, attack. We gotta attack. Come on, go down, bunny. Do we... Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Oh, we won. Big Dust Bunny has been defeated. I'm sorry, Claire, that you didn't pull through. Oh wait. She still got experience. That's cool. I guess. Oh, is it over? How long until I'm strong enough to lift Mel over my head? Wait a minute. She really... She learned the skill Yoink. What the hell's that do, I wonder? Claire levels up. Learned to Blink. I don't know what Blink does. I wonder. We got loot. We got a cardboard box. What the hell's a cardboard box do? We got an iron gauntlet. We'll give that one to what's-her-face? To Allison. Okay. Alright, here we go. Found the Zircon Saber. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for so long. Right? Jasmine definitely knows Yoink. Found the Zircon Saber. There you go. Hey, by the way, Margie. Ooh, a sword. Ooh! This thing looks sick. Go ahead and take it, Allison. Did you leave this here just for me? That's actually really nice of you. Yeah, that's a really thoughtful gift, Claire. Oh, I pulled some strings to get some nice treasure for the dungeon. I mean, I could have kept it for myself, but fighting with swords is so uncouth compared to pyrokinesis. Right? I'm so happy that I'm not even going to complain about how stupid that comment was. Well, actually, this sword is supposed to be enchanted, but it looks like the gem in the hilt isn't the original. So right now it's just a normal sword, which is probably why I got it for so cheap. But hey, maybe we'll find a replacement gem when we go on some real adventures. Now we're talking. Do you really think we're ready for that? Sure, you two got through my dungeon just fine. A real one would only be, marginally more life-threatening. Marginally? Hey, don't worry, Mel. No clown's gonna hurt my girlfriend on my watch. Promise. Well, there usually aren't clowns. We should probably head outside ASAP, though. I'm not entirely sure how structurally sound this dungeon is. You're only warning us about that now? Well, this place is made of cardboard. I don't know what you expected. Whatever, let's just get out of here, Mel. Yes, I will equip this. Here we go. So, Margie, Jasmine, yesterday, I believe, started doing some live streaming. There you go. Charlotte says that we can use Yoink, and then since she's with Melody, it's going to go with Boink later. I love it. Yeah, Yoink is my favorite word in hobby, says Emma. All right, here we go. We're going. All right, let's hit save. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I didn't put a wall here. Well, it's kind of in the way. Well, we just, have to find another way out, I guess. Oh, I get it. This is another test for us, isn't it? Very clever, Claire. Well, no, it's not. I'm a little freaked out, honestly. I have no idea where that wall came from. You've got a lot of tricks up your sleeve. Can't you burn this wall with a fire spell or something? Nope. I fireproofed this dungeon pretty thoroughly so I could cast Scorch without burning the place down. Let's just try to find another exit, like Claire said. There's got to be a crack in the wall or something. Okay, Mel? I've got a bad feeling about this. All right, what do we got? A crack in the wall. Do I really just have to, hit the wall all over? Oh, I think I do. Oh, wait. It's right here. I can't get out. There we go. Yeah, yesterday, Margie... oh, wait a minute. So, Margie, yesterday, Jasmine was doing a bunch of voice stuff. Because, that's kind of her... how she makes money. So she was doing voice stuff. I don't know if she's just going to joke around. I don't do a lot of important things sometimes, but... All right, here we go. Several minutes ago, in Greenridge... Man, I'm bored. The girls have been down in Allison's basement an awfully long time. Wonder what they're up to. It's probably nothing, right? They would have invited me if they had plans. Maybe I should just go check on... Oh, a text from Faith. I'm out of here. What the... Oh. Grab your armor and meet me at the tower ASAP. It's urgent. Don't tell anyone. Okay. I don't know when... So yesterday, I don't know... So Emma, you asked when Jasmine streams. I don't know if it was planned. So I think she was just like, oh, look, I can do this. Let me try it. So I don't know if how much it made sense, or how much like she knew what she was doing. So, oh, I better do... Let me see. First of all, I need to go skills. Okay, equip. Allison gets... I don't know. Okay, equip a weapon. The Zircon Saber. Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. Can I... Ooh. What would if I do that? Into cardboard box. What the? Let me see. So if it equip Melody with... Well, what if I do auto equip? All right, so Iron Gauntlet. Oh, the cardboard box is a piece of armor. All right, that's interesting. Can I save now? No, I gotta... Oh, poo. All right. Well, let's go, guys. Ladies, whatever. Oh my gosh. Well, this is kind of fun. Look. There's like a pretty rock and stuff. Wait, danger. I don't know what... Oh. This doesn't exactly look like a way out. How do we even end up in this cave? I mean, there are a lot of caves under Green Ridge, right? Yeah, but we went what? East? Then south? Shouldn't we be back at the east end of the dungeon? Claire, shouldn't you know where we are? I never found this cave when building the dungeon, so no. I'm not quite sure where we are. Maybe we should turn around before we get lost in a cave. Well, I didn't exactly see any other holes in the wall up there. This is kind of our only option. Besides, you two are looking for adventure, right? Let's look on the bright side. What's more adventurous than getting lost in a mysterious cave? Oh, there's a lot more, but you're in a maze of twisty little passages, all alike. All right, danger. Well, that's a bummer. So, this danger sign isn't very reassuring. Oh, man. Are we... What? What's up? I might know where we are? I have no idea how we ended up here, though. Let's just say I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, me too. Oh, okay, yeah. I actually know where we are. Let's turn back. Why? What is it? Oh, come on, there's a chest right up ahead. We're obligated to open that as adventurers. Well, it's a curse. Yeah. An old Goleta family heirloom that's extremely cursed. Mom sealed it away in that treasure chest. You realize that just makes me want to open the chest even more now, right? Well, we're gonna... Oh. The chest is also booby-trapped. Well, you know, our main character is transgender. I think that's actually probably a plus. I hope you realize I'm not buying a single word of this. Alright, we doing it? We're doing it! Open it up! Oh boy. Found Allison's photo album. That doesn't sound very cursed. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Hey, this is your mom's photo album. What's this doing here? It's... Well... Okay, so... When I was 18, I was trying to start fresh. I wanted to shake off some of that middle and high school dweebiness, you know? Kind of like remaking on social media. So after my mom left, I kind of hid this old photo album of hers filled with embarrassing photos of me in a cave, so no one would ever see it. Wow. And I thought I was melodramatic. Yeah, I mean, I guess it might have been a bit much. You know what this means, though, right? I've got to see what's in the photo album. What? No way! Oh, come on, how bad could it be? Melody, back me up here. Aren't you curious, too? I mean, I've probably seen most of them before. If we dug enough, we'd probably even find some photos of me. You know what? Fine. It's probably nothing that embarrassing. Just a quick peek, though, okay? Charlotte says, yeah, see, Margie says, booby traps, that will be for me, right? See, there's nobody who's gonna go, that sounds terrible. Charlotte asks, is that TOI 1... Oh, wait, is that is it THX 1338? What is that? Was that for real? TOI 1338B, aka Wolftopia, the new trans-colored plant that was discovered. I think this is it. All right, let me see. What do we got? Just a quick peek, though, okay? All right, what do we got? Whoa! Okay. Oh my god, is that your mom? Choose your next words carefully, Claire. Oh, I was just gonna say she looks like a total badass. I definitely buy all those stories you've told me about her now. Thank you, Margie. Yeah, THX1138. Is it Steven Spielberg's first movie? I thought it was George Lucas's, but... What? You didn't believe them before? Well, how old is this one? You look really young here. I think this is before we moved here, so maybe 4 or 5? Which explains why my hair is a total mess. It's hard to remember when you didn't spend an hour a day on your hair. Okay, what's next? Oh my goodness, there you go, pretty cool. Who's this? Do you have a sibling I don't know about? That's me. Oh my god. Yeah, I had a scene phase for a brief period in high school. I know, it's stupid. No way, it's cool. You were just expressing yourself. Ooh, that was pretty cool, actually. My parents would have killed me if I tried something that extreme. Anyway, next. It was Halloween, and I was a carrot. Oh my god. Yeah, laugh it up. Your mom dressed you up as a carrot? I was 1 year old. What the hell was I supposed to do? Oh man, that is just great. The humble origins of the legendary hero, Alison Goleta. Yeah, I definitely remember why I hid this thing. Oh, relax, I'm only teasing. This is all adorable. You should be thankful your mom preserved all these happy memories for you. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, that was fun, but now we're still stuck in a cave. A cave that, if I remember correctly, should be on the other side of town. Something is definitely going on around here. Oh, okay, here we're going. So TOI 1338B is for real, Charlotte says. That's a thing. So here we go. Pop it back up. TOI 1338B. Yeah, Bo says this game format reminds him of N64 totally. Yeah. It's really Final Fantasy feeling, but like cheesy Final Fantasy, which is pretty cool. Emma says, all she heard was middle school dweebs and thought me and my friends. Yeah, right. There you go. All right, here we go. Let me go back to this. All right, where are we going? We go down this way. Look, a pool of water. Okay, just have to walk around. Oh, come on. Walk around the pool. Oh, come on. How do I... Oh, here we go. Was there anything over here? Nothing. Well, what? Why even have this room? Oh my gosh, I cannot move. All right. All right, and now go up. Woo! Hey, wait a minute, look. Apparently we're back in the basement because, you know, moving carpet and stuff. Allison, you said you'd been in this cave before, right? Has this void always been down here? Oh yeah, no. Wow, this is incredible. It sort of looks like the fabric of reality is falling apart. Yeah, it does sound like a bummer. No, it just looks like we're back in your dungeon and that weird magic effect you had going on with the floor is leaking out. Or something. Quit trying to freak us out with your bonding through danger shtick. No, I really mean it. This is not part of the dungeon I designed. Okay, Claire, listen. Is it possible that maybe when summoning the dust bunnies you got a little more than you bargained for? Not a chance. I was incredibly careful about this. It takes much more energy to summon more powerful creatures. I only used a small amount of mana to summon exactly as many dust bunnies as I needed. No, I think we've stumbled upon something else. Here we go. Look, Bo makes. Sorry, Margie says, um, if you've seen American Gods, you have an idea how terrifying Ishtar is. Yeah, I don't know. Kali. Kali's kind of a crazy one too. There's a lot of goddesses out there. The nice thing I think about goddesses is, they're always beautiful and terrible. See, I'm sort of afraid I'm going to end up falling through one of these holes. Oh, dang, they're getting snappy at each other. Do it. Can we just. Oh, well, actually, I can walk over the holes. Can I just sit on. Wait, a sofa? Well, then. Looks like a pretty nice one, too. Hey, I could really go for a nap. I'm pretty tired from all this dungeon business. I think I'm going to pop a squat on this couch and pass out for a little bit. Pop a squat meant something different when I was growing up, Allison. Really? Right here? In this part of the dungeon that shouldn't even exist? Hey, I'm a sleepy bunny, Claire. I wasn't expecting to go on some wild dungeon adventure today. I need a sec to recharge. Yeah, I could probably use a little rest too. Also, there's absolutely no way I'm going on ahead without Allison. Yeah, of course. Well, I suppose some rest can do us good. Well, let's take a power nap. Sure. Here we go. Okay. Well, where do we go? Is this the way? Is this a way out? No, that is not a way out. How about this way? Whoa, hang on. Whoa, that's very glitchy. Is that glitchy on purpose? I hope. All right, here we go. What's the deal with the? Ooh, what's the deal with What's the deal with the black pillar? Nothing. Wait, the whole thing is falling. Oh my gosh, it's like falling apart. Oh boy, I can't even walk there. What in the? Where? Okay, what are we doing? Oh, okay. Wait, this isn't really. Oh boy. Where do we even have to go? Oh, here we go. Wait, do I? Oh no, here we go. This is the way out, right? Sure. The whole thing is turned into a big glitch ball. What is that thing? Alright, we have to go and play with it, right? What is this? Core barrier controls. Insert key? Sure. Error. No keys in inventory. Well, that's a bummer now, isn't it? Alright, let me see here. It's already 7 o'clock. Crap, I kind of want to keep playing, but I also don't want to go forever. So let me save this. Okay, how do I get out of this again? Okay, I'm not going to close it out. Because I think I know how to do it, but I don't want to do it right now. All right, that was, it was a good time. I thought it was kind of fun. I don't know where the hell we are. This is a little bit concerning for what it's worth. But here we go. We started doing some adventuring, and now we're playing adventures. So it is now 7 o'clock. Hopefully, if you're in the United States, you'll have a great Thanksgiving. And like I said at the very beginning, if you're not in the United States, hopefully you'll just be thankful you're not here in the United States. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. Of course, there were Margie and Bo and Emma. Good to see you again. And Angela, of course, and Charlotte. Thank you again, all of you. Vesper was here for a little while, too, I know. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I will see you, today's Tuesday, right? So thank you so much, and I will see you this coming Sunday, but I'm also going to make a Transgender Joy this week. So check that out on Friday. And yeah, there you go. We'll do some stuff. I'll see you on Sunday. Have a good night. Talk soon. Bye.